jewellery scam of Bengal. Our sources tell us that jewellery worth 77 lakh rupees recovered from Arpita's residence, and the cash recovery value is likely to go up as the counting of the seized cash continues. It's still underway, in fact, even as we speak. With counting still on, Arpita is likely to be arrested soon. So Republic accessing details of the mega cash and wealth recovery, should we say. Jewellery worth 77 lakhs, maybe more, recovered from Arpita's residence. Those are the latest findings. Also, counting of the cash is still underway. It could go up to more than 20 crores as stated earlier. Priyanka, to tell us all about it. Priyanka, we believe that the jewellery that was recovered from Arpita's home amounts to more than 77 lakh rupees. What are the other details that are emerging?
Well, that's right, Rukma. In fact, Shravan Sen is getting us all these details when it comes to the investigation that is being carried out. And of course, as you rightly mentioned, the amount of the currency that had been seized from the residences of Arpita Mukherjee and Partha Chatterjee as well, that is expected to go up. And these are the exclusive details that we are getting via our colleague Shravan Sen, who I believe is also joining us on the broadcast. So Shravan, if you could also elaborate more on the details of the kind of seizures that have been made by the Enforcement Directorate from the raids that had been carried out yesterday.
Well, in fact, Priyanka, let me begin by saying that the magnitude of this particular scam is only increasing right now, given the fact that if you take a look at the seizures that have been made so far, some exclusive details that have been accessed by Republic TV, we are given to understand that the searches that were carried out at Arpita Mukherjee's residence, which happens to be a close aide of Partha Chatterjee, the searches are basically over. In the seizure, we are now being told that jewellery worth about 77 lakh rupees has been recovered. Secondly, with regards to the cash amount that has been recovered so far, earlier we were told that it was about 20 crore rupees. The latest figure that stands at about 21 crore rupees is what we have been told at this point in time, and the number could very well go up because the counting is still underway. Let me also tell our viewers that the searches were carried out at multiple locations, but the maximum amount of seizure has been made from Arpita's residence. In fact, as we speak right now, she is still being questioned by the Enforcement Directorate. Apart from that, what is even more incriminating, as what the Enforcement Directorate says, is that they have recovered certain admit cards and recruitment-related documents from the residence of Arpita Mukherjee, and that is going to become extremely crucial because, remember, for them to basically find out the link in the recruitment scam, it is important that they also get their hands on certain documentation that may have been done. And that is the reason why this recovery is now, the recovery of admit cards and SSC-related documents has become a shot in the arm for the Enforcement Directorate. Having said that, the analysis is still underway, is what we are being told at this stage. With regards to other people who have been questioned so far, the Minister of State has also been questioned by the Enforcement Directorate. As far as arrests are concerned, as of now, officially only one person has been arrested, that is Partha Chatterjee. Arpita is still being questioned, is what we have been told, but it's a matter of time before she is actually placed under arrest.
Well, that being said, Shravan, this is not a scandal that has come to light just over the last 24 hours, because we have seen multiple raids that have been going on. And of course, Partha Chatterjee, the trouble in fact mounting for Partha Chatterjee with respect to the seizures that have also been made. As Shravan, you are also pointing out the details of these seizures that have been made. But let us also talk about the more names that are coming to light. Because let us talk about the nexus that was at play when it comes to this entire SSC scandal that had come to light, of the entire West Bengal government machinery as well that had been involved in this. And as you're rightly pointing out, there are several TMC leaders' names that have already come to light in this entire scandal. So what more are you picking up from your sources with respect to the Enforcement Directorate as to who else can be related to this entire matter, and what kind of investigation will be done with those aspects, keeping in mind the TMC leaders as well that had been involved in this?
Well, as far as the nexus is concerned, remember, it is not something that was being perpetrated by only one person. This entire scam involves multiple characters. In fact, if you take a look at the searches that were carried out at the Minister of State's residence, indicates that they are also looking at the role of other TMC leaders at this point in time. But as of now, remember what the Enforcement Directorate is essentially saying is that they need to gather more and more evidence to the effect that who are the people who are actually involved in taking the bribes for getting certain recruitments done. And what is even more interesting here is that recruitments are across various classes, and which goes on to indicate how basically money was being extorted is what is prima facie what it appears at this point in time. And the fact that this was actually